You know, all of us reptile keepers, whether it be tortoises or, geckos or ball pythons or reticulated pythons or whatever it is you keep, we're a special breed of people. For starters, we're very, very picky. We're picky about the animals that we add. We're picky about the way that they're maintained. We're picky about the way that those animals are, the records are updated. And rightly so. You know, we spend a lot of time and a lot of money acquiring these animals, caring for these animals, maintaining these animals. And so we have a right to be picky. One of the things, actually I have two things that it drives me freaking bananas. And the first of those is to have any of my snakes get out. Any of them that, wow, she looks so much better in the light. Any of them get out. I hate it. It drives me freaking batty. Juvies get out, adults get out, you know, all kinds of animals get out. And it drives me up the wall. The second thing that drives me up the wall is to have rats get out. We have a rat barn. Our rat barn is miles and miles and miles away. 45 minutes away, actually. And this means that when we get our feeders, she is just not wanting to sit still. When we get our feeders come from the rat barn. Well, they have to come in little plastic. Ooh, look at that boy. He just does not like me for whatever reason. Let's see. Anyway. And so they come in these plastic tubs that we have. They're transport tubs. They're tubs that we use all the time. And it just drives me freaking batty because occasionally you get some smart-ass rat that thinks it's funny to chew a big old, oh, and she's in shed, to chew some kind of a big old gnarly hole in a rat tub. And then they get out, and their buddies get out, and everybody goes freaking running amok. It drives me up the wall. So here's what I want to hear from you guys. What are you just absolutely anal retentive about? You know, what in your collection, what in your, even in your personal life, are you just, there's just certain things that you don't deal with well. Those are the things I want to hear about. You know, whether it be, snakes not eaten, whether it be tortoises, friggin' trash in their enclosure, whatever it may be, I want to hear those things. Let's hear about them. The other thing that I wanted to mention is a new thing that we're going to be starting, or that I'm hoping to start. And that is, I'm hoping to start a new, I don't want to call it a segment, just because that sounds so stupid, but a new, a new segment then. What I'm going to be doing is once a week, I'm going to be featuring industry news, basically. What's going on in the industry? Whether it be new animals that are being produced, and not just mine, but anyone's. Whether it be new animals that are being produced, or whether it's laws that are fixing to be passed, or whatever it might be. So, if you are a hobbyist reptile keeper, if you're a hobbyist reptile breeder, if you're just somebody that likes reptiles and you find a neat, interesting story, hang on, my tub's bending, sorry. And you find a neat, interesting story about reptiles, and you want to hear me talk about it, you want to see me do some research on it, and see what I can find out about, shoot me a message here, or write me an email, get it to me somehow, and hang on just a second, I'm going to set you guys down, you get to look at the side here, nobody gets to laugh at the fat guy fighting with the tub, okay? I got a little brand new baby normal right here. That his tub, this side of the rack right here, for whatever reason, is really tight. It doesn't want to act right. So anyway, if you know of something, that's hatching, if you know of something that's coming up, if you're hatching out something, if you've got something that you're proud of, whether it's your first clutch of ball python eggs, or it's your first just checking on some animals, guys. Whether it's your first clutch of ball python eggs, or it's your first clutch of tortoises, or whatever it may be, shoot me an email, send me a video response. Let me hear about it. I want to hear what you're proud of. I want to hear what gets you excited. Look at this girl. It's a big old albino female. Check her out. And we'll feature it here. We'll call you by name. We'll direct people to your website. We'll say, hey, check out what so-and-so's doing. Let's see how close we can get with this HD camera. Hang on. Pretty sweet. Alright guys, I also did want to give a good shout out to the fine folks that let me know that the last video that I uploaded had my social security card shown in it. For whatever reason, I had been unpacking some stuff here in the reptile room, and yeah, a copy of my social security card apparently had fallen out, and it was not good. So as always, guys, thanks for looking. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, make sure to comment below. You can email me at ed@wildmorphs.com. You can catch me at ballpythons.net, or you can message me here. Thanks for looking.